Hi there! Are you a parent of a toddler? Do you want to raise a reader? But you don't know what books are the right for your child's age? Well, you're in the right place. In this video, I'm going to be talking about the right books, the book recommendations for 4 to 5 year olds. So, let's jump to the episode today. If you're new to this channel, hi, I'm Gomati and welcome to the Little Story Station. I am a storyteller and I read books. I do read aloud books for children under 7 and I do audio books for children older than 7 years old. And I also share tips for parents in raising a reader. I talk about how to inculcate the love for reading and book recommendations and so on and so forth. If you have not checked out the other videos, please take your time to stick around and check those videos. And if you like the content of this video, don't forget to like, share and subscribe to the channel. In this episode today, I'm going to be talking about 15 book recommendations for 4 to 5 year olds. So let's jump right on. Alright, in one of the past episodes, I have talked about how to start reading to your child and how to make your child an independent reader. So today's recommendation starts with this set of Bob books that I had spoken in that episode. If you have not checked that, I'll leave the link here. Well, Bob books are my favorite and these were our go-to place when we started reading. My child started reading these books. I exposed this to him when he was around 4 years old. The Bob books have a variety of reading levels, and starting from the first Bob books with the alphabets and pre-reading skills. That's where it starts with. But this one right here is for the beginning readers, and this appeals to the pre-K to first graders. But the reading level is the kindergarten level, which is about 4 or 5 year old. And Bob books are very simple, very repetitive words, and this is a right place to start your child with reading. My next book recommendation, well, as I said in this this previous book, a book can appeal to a wide range of age groups, and the recommending reading level would be a little older than the the youngest that it appeals to. So the reading level will fall anywhere between the youngest to the oldest in the appeal group. So my second book recommendation is Cat in the Hat. The Dr. Seuss, this is part of the Dr. Seuss's book series, and the Dr. Seuss's books, you cannot go wrong with the set. I have read a few of the Dr. Seuss's books in this channel, so check them out. But Dr. Seuss books are very child friendly, and this book was first originally published in the year 1957. Until date, it is so relevant. And if you look at the inside of the book, they're very, very repetitive and illustrative, and also have very few words down below. So and when it has a plot or a repetition, the children are attracted towards these books. So this is a good book to read aloud to your children. And around the age of 4.5, 5, they will start to read this book all by themselves if they were already starting to read around 4. The next book in my recommendation is Harry and the Bucket Full of Dinosaurs. This book is about this little boy Harry and the bucket full of dinosaurs that he found in his attic when his nanny was cleaning the attic. But this is a complete series of books, and around 4.5 I've seen boys get attracted towards dinosaurs. There's something about dinosaurs and boys around that age. So this will be a good book to introduce to your child if your child is about the age where he starts to develop his liking for dinosaurs. Mine started liking dinosaurs around 4.5, 5, and he's still onto it. He's 7. And the next book on the list is Pete the Cat. Pete the Cat again is about the cat Pete, and this series covers a lot of different subjects that a child around a toddler years or early or preschool years go through, like things about keeping the place clean, about getting dressed to school, and many other things like that. So this particular book here says too cool for school. So this book talks about how a child gets so confused with the choices that a child has when he or she has to dress up, and how being original, being yourself is the way to go. So this teaches a child about originality and believing in his or her own instinct, and everything else will fall in its place. The next book is Giraffes Can't Dance. This book is about a giraffe that was very shy, too shy to be in a dance, in a jungle party where everybody was dancing, and he didn't know what to do. And then finally he decided that he will follow his heart and rocked on. So this book can be read for your child who is very shy and does not want to open up, and this will tell you how being yourself, being out there, you can find fun and your originality. So this is a very good book recommendation for this age group. Moving on is Pepper series. This book is Pepper Stays Away, but once again, like the Pete the Cat series, the Pepper series also covers a variety of topics for children to get exposed to their world. In this series, there are about I think 24 books, covers everything from eating too much, brushes the teeth, strays away, wants too many toys, gets a new pet. You name it, anything that the child undergoes during that age, about 4 to 5, the primary age, that's covered in these series and these books. So this is a very good recommendation, and if you look at the text inside, you will see that it's very minimalistic, and there is not too many words out there. So this will encourage your child to start reading on their own, and sometimes children hear and they start to repeat even without understanding what words are, or even before understanding to read, and this book will be a very good choice in that sense. So yeah, Pepper series is always a good choice to go with. So the next book in my recommendation list is Lost and Found. I have read this book in Little Story Station a few weeks earlier, so please check that out if you would like to see what's inside this book. But this book is about wonderful friendship between this boy and this penguin. And the book also talks about how you go out of your way to help your friends, and put their happiness ahead of yours. So this is a good book to talk to your child about friendship, and how to stand up for your friend and all that. So this is a very good recommendation, and this is written by Oliver Jeffers, and there are many other Oliver Jeffers books that are good for this age group, but today I just had this book to show you guys. The next on my list is Lauren Child's the Charlie and Lola series of books. This book here is I'm Not Sleepy and I Will Not Go to Bed. Children around 4.5, 5 they are 4, 4.5, 5. They are not somebody who would just listen to us and say, go to bed. They would just listen and go to bed. That's the age where they want to test us and test their limits. And in this book, Lola does not want to go to bed, and Charlie, her brother, tries different things to put Lola to bed. So it's a very funny story, and has very cute illustrations, and this is a very good book for bedtime stories, or be it your bedtime stories or reading time with your child. The next one on my list is Don't Call Me Sweet. Once again, children around 4-5 years old, they we are so used to calling them, oh my sweetheart, oh my bubbly, oh this, oh that, and then around this age they feel so uncomfortable when we call them baby or sweetheart, or call them by their funny pet names. So this book is about this little monster who does not want to be called sweet, and then ends up in a situation where he's okay to be called as a sweet instead of being eaten away by a bigger monster. This is once again a very funny story, and is a very good bedtime story to read with your child. Next on my list is Room on the Broom. This is one of Julia Donaldson's bestseller book, and has been our favorite in our house as well. This book is about this witch who is on the contrary to all the books where we have witches. This witch is a very good witch, and a witch who accommodates many creatures that she finds her way, and accommodates her in her broom that she is flying, and how they all come together to help her in need. And this book talks about friendship, and how you open your arms and welcome people into your world. So this is again for children who are very shy, close, and they don't want to make friends, be it going to a park, or in a play area where they don't want to make friends. This is a good book that you can read and talk to them about how, when you make more friends, it is it's a good feeling, and it also helps you, when you are in need, your friends will come to help you. So this is a good book, and I highly recommend this book for this age group. Not only because of the storyline, but this is also very repetitive, and helps the child appreciate the language and start wanting to start read on their own. Next on my list is Alfie Gives a Hand. Once again, Alfie is a series where talks about multiple things about Alfie, this child that he goes through around the age of 4 or 5. He's a toddler as well, or a pre-kindergarten age group boy, and talks about many things, many challenges in his little world. This book here is about Alfie, and how he does not want to let go of his security blanket, and then how once he learns to let go of that, how he made new friends. So this is about this boy who was very shy to begin with, but when needed he was able to open his arms and embrace new friendships, and he was also able to comfort another child who was in need. This is once again a very good book to talk to your child about sharing, about caring, and opening arms to other friends of their age group, because around 4 or 5 at least my child didn't want to play with his peer group. He was always interested in playing with children older than his age group, and books like these have helped me talk to him about the importance of a peer group and friendship with his peer group. And so yeah, that's a very good read. Next on my list is What the Ladybird Heard. This is a very funny story, again written by Julia Donaldson, and this book talks about friendship and how you back each other up. A lot of these books I'm repeating the same thing, but then around that age it is the need for them to make more friends, go out and explore the world, and friends teach them multifold than what we could teach as parents to our toddlers. So yeah, so this book is about this two robbers who come to rob cow in a farm, and how all of these farm animals come together and save the cow and trick those robbers from not stealing the cow away, and how this little ladybird is the center of the story and plans a plot, a clever plot to save the cow. Next one in my list is also from Julia Donaldson. You see, when you're reading to your 4 to 5 year olds and under, you cannot give a recommendation without Julia Donaldson's creations. Julia Donaldson's books are our favorite, and you cannot go wrong with her books. They are very warm and always talks about friendship and love and caring and all the good things we want to inculcate to our child around that age. And this book is about a snail and the whale. It's about a snail who manages to hitch a lift with this whale right here, and how he ends up saving this whale, and how the snail was too daring to explore the world. And so the snail wants to follow his passion, his desire to see the world, and how their mutual friendship helped each other. Next on my list is How to Catch a Dragon. This is a very unique book. In fact, the one book that I would recommend reading, because this is about a boy who goes to the library and picks up a book, and he becomes a character in the book, and how they he imagines about dragons and all the other creatures, strange creatures in the dark forest, and how he was able to imagine through the books. So the reason I say this is one book that you could read to your child is because this book is the essence of what we are trying to teach a child, right? That reading is beneficial. Reading takes you to a different world. Reading is the best gift that you could give for your child. So yeah, how reading a book, and through its characters the child in this book was able to explore the world, travel to another world altogether, and the book in the library helped him with his imagination. The 15th book, last on my list, is There Is No Such a Thing Called a Monster. Around this age, children are too afraid of the dark. They start to worry if there is something called a monster or a ghost, or if there is something scary coming to catch them, and they often want us to go with them and sleep next to them during bedtime. This book talks about how there is no such a thing called a monster, and talks to them about their fears and how to overcome it, how to face your fears. So this is a very good addition to your reading list, and will help have those little conversations with your little ones in overcoming their fear. Alright, so those were the top 15 recommendations for a 4 to 5 year old. This book recommendation is for the age group that appeals the 4 to 5 year olds. Some children may not be able to read these books on their own. Some may be able to read it all by themselves by the age of 5. However, this is a book recommendation for the age group 4 to 5, which appeals them. These are the books that appeals the age group of 4 to 5. And that means you could read it with them, read aloud with them, take them with you to read it for them around bedtime. And yeah, so I hope these book recommendations will help you figure out the right choice of books for your child. I hope you liked the book recommendations and the content of the video today. If you did, please subscribe to Little Story Station and don't forget to like and share with your friends. I've also made a separate video for book recommendations for 2-year-olds. If you're interested in checking that out, please click on the link here. I will see you on another episode with another set of book recommendations for your children. Until then, take care and stay safe, and read a lot of books and read it aloud to your children every single day. Remember, just 15 minutes a day. That's all it takes to raise a reader. Happy reading and take care.